Hi teacher, I will tell you my story. Once upon a time, there was a playful little but furred puppy who one afternoon came to file of the lagoon after having lost her family. While enjoying the afternoon sun, at 5 in the afternoon, Macarena, as they called her, found Roberto, who was the caretaker of Don Eusebio farm. Roberto traveled all the limits of the place, like a tireless and jealous watchman, but every Sunday when listening to the noise and laughter that could hear her from the lagoon, he ran to this place as a way to rest from the work of the week, for which he didn't receive any payment. In one of those escapades, she met Macarena, who fell in love to the point of forgetting her family, who had cared for her since she was very little, and they dedicated all their time to her and also raised her many luxuries. They loved her like one their children, and she stored them, but her heart placed a threat on her. That afternoon, Macarena lovingly followed Roberto, who proudly showed her the great place where she lived. A beautiful field with red art to run, a nice crystalline stream running through that great city. She also showed her friends Lulu, Memo, Berta, and Rosa. As night fell, Macarena remembered her family, and when she told Roberto, they ran fast toward the lagoon with such unluck, and it was desolate. The current was extremely intense, and sadness invaded her heart because she didn't know what to do. All the way, she slept on the legs of his new friend Lulu, knowing that it was impossible to track his family through the snow. Roberto, seeing Macarena devastated and crying without rest, after a few hours of waiting for someone to ask about her again, he brought her home with him, but although Roberto wanted to make her happy, it was actually impossible. He had never designed to please to sleep, because his home being too big, he could sleep anywhere. Or the other hand, Macarena had always had a paid bed, with ranas, pillows, and even games, reason enough to cry inconsolably. When the sun came up, Macarena said to Roberto, "Let's go back to the lagoon," and he agreed. After waiting almost the hours, no one came. They did it for weeks, counting the days one by one until the next Sunday arrived. But the day passed, and much as her keen sense of smell and her red loved inside to sing them again, this never happened. Macarena had to get used to a totally different life, no frills, with little and poor food. Roberto thought of giving her a very good surprise to get her out to the monotony. For this, he made a romantic night as he could. That night, Macarena gave herself to her love, and after about 6 months, the long-awaited day of giving life to the fruits of her love arrived. One of them, a very charismatic puppy, the smallest of a look like a furry black ball. Don Eusebio, seeing the little ones and realizing that Roberto's family had grown, made the decision to keep only two of them, the first to born, who were large and vigorous. The fate or other cubs was unclear. That is why he sent for Miguel, the town vendedor, who went away arrived, and after talking with Don Eusebio, put the two little ones in his back page and left for the city. That day, December 31, trying to earn a few pesos while walking through the main park, he met a couple who were buying food for Christmas. The woman fell in love when she saw them. They were very young and reflected a lot of tenders. After a few minutes, they closed the business and went to their new and comfortable home. The youngest was named Arturo, who would like a happy life and with the same comfort as his mother, who could not bear a loss of her beloved puppies, and after a couple of days of having given to die. For he was not strong enough to resist the loss of his loved ones again. Is all, teacher.